And we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Go red. Red, cycle. Hey, let's do it. Hey, check,
Now Patterson to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 43.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
On the draw, it's Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
2nd and 9 now. And complete to Drake London.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 11. Over the middle, complete. It's Patterson.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Third down, here's Patterson.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on third down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Torrey McTyer.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, 3 completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Take it in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Off play action. It's Howell. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. They'll go play action. Howell. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Let's take it at around the 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes it to Ridley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, blue. Yellow, blue. Strike. Ready?
They'll give it to Patterson. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 31, Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And Howe will throw it. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They go play action with Howe. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And once more, Howe back to the air. Thomas brings it in. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Howe to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Cole Turner with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he loses the football a second time. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway from way up at the 23. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Throwing again on second down. Powell. And his throw is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, wide open, complete. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Patterson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Running the counter, Patterson. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there, but you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run, when to get rid of the football and not take the sack, when to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
He's got a man complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Second and long. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week, and now he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On first down, Howell. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Second and 10, Howell. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Faking the handoff, Howell. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
This will be fielded inside the 5. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On first down, going back to Patterson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
I feel like you and I can...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
But, Brandon, I think we're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Washington, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.